Hey Mike, Lyle, Schut here. Woke up from a dream that I had today. It's June 30, and had a dream with you in it, and just wanted to share that. So, I was in a corporate setting with you, and it was kind of like quite a few people in a room, and there was just some background worship music going on, and it was more social. People were kind of talking, going up to one another, sharing words and different things, and all of a sudden I looked over and I knew that I had a word of the Lord for you. So I walked up to you and said, "Hey brother, I got a word for you. Can I share it?" You're like, "Yeah, for sure, man." So I said, "Hey Mike, the Lord wants you to know there's a really strong apostolic gifting and call over your life." And I said, "I know everybody knows you're very strong in evangelism and the evangelistic gifting. You're an evangelist, but the Lord also just wants you to know you have a real strong apostolic gifting." And he said, "Yeah, I know that." And I said, "Well, the Lord wants you to know two things primarily with the apostolic gifting." I said, and maybe you're aware of these, but he just is highlighting these things. And the gift of the fivefold ministry gift, I said, you can function in all of them, but you're in a season, and the Lord's going to have you in a season here for the near future of just starting things. So apostles are starters, they're planters, and they're sowers, where they just continually sow into people and ministries and different things. And I said, so you need to know that they're starters, planters, and sowers. And the second thing he wants you to know is apostles are very, very relational. And I said, just like Paul, he would start a church or plant a church. And even when he left, he had such a strong relational bond with the people that he would write letters back to them, and he would send Timothy or somebody else if he couldn't go and see those people. And he was very strong relationally, and the Lord just wants you to know that there's a real strong gift of apostleship, and he wants you to not just start and plant, but just to be very relational with people and continue relationships and strengthen them and encourage them, just like Paul did. And as I was saying those things, the guy who I didn't recognize was kind of standing next to you. He just totally interrupted while I was talking. It was pretty rude. He just said, "Hey, Mike, we should go over here and go do this." And you kind of looked at him, and you're like, kind of didn't know what to say to him. And he kept talking. I said, "Hey, buddy," I go, "Can you stop? I'm actually giving him a word." I said, "I'd like Mike to hear the end of this. Can you just be quiet?" And he goes, "Oh, okay, yeah, yeah." So he stops, and so I go back into the word, and I said, "Hey, Mike, the Lord's given me some scripture verses for you." And I said, the verse in the Bible where one man sows and another one plants and another the Lord waters and somebody else harvests. And I said, the Lord's called you, Mike, just to plant and to sow the seed. And I said that, and all of a sudden this guy interrupts again and just steps back in again and just starts talking. And I got pretty frustrated again with him. Told him to stop. And so then I went back into the second verse and just said again, like, hey, the other verse I got was you're just like Paul talked about laying a good foundation and other people built on it.